Marcus had always been the dreamer, the one with the crazy ideas his friends Leo and Chloe would good-naturedly tolerate over cheap beers and late-night pizza. They'd known each other since grade school, a trio bonded by shared jokes, a love for terrible B-movies, and a collective ambition that rarely stretched beyond making it to the next paycheck. Then one of Marcus's crazy ideas actually worked. It started small, a quirky app he'd coded in his cramped apartment, fueled by instant coffee and sheer stubbornness. Overnight, it exploded. Downloads soared, investors called, and suddenly Marcus was no longer just the dreamer. He was the CEO of a rapidly expanding tech company. His life transformed. The cramped apartment became a sleek penthouse. The cheap beers were replaced by clinking champagne flutes at exclusive launch parties. He hired a personal assistant, bought a car he'd only ever seen in magazines, and started flying first class. Leo and Chloe were there for the initial celebrations, genuinely thrilled. "You did it, man!" Leo had clapped him on the back, a wide grin on his face. Chloe hugged him tight, her eyes sparkling with pride. But as the success compounded, so did a subtle shift in their dynamic. Dinners became less frequent than awkward. Marcus would talk about scaling operations, venture capital, and global markets, and he'd see their eyes glaze over. They'd try to share anecdotes about their own mundane jobs, but the contrast was stark. One evening, at a fancy restaurant Marcus insisted on paying for, Leo nursed his expensive whiskey. "Remember when we used to split $1 menu, Mark?" he muttered, not unkindly, but with an edge Marcus couldn't quite place. Chloe, usually so empathetic, started making passive-aggressive jabs. "Must be nice to just decide to fly to Paris for the weekend," she'd comment when Marcus mentioned a spontaneous trip. Or, "I guess some people just get all the luck." Marcus tried to bridge the gap. He offered Leo a position in his company, something administrative, but Leo declined, citing a preference for staying grounded. He offered to help Chloe with a business idea she dabbled with, but she dismissed it as not worth his valuable time. The jealousy festered, an unspoken tension that thickened the air whenever they were together. He overheard Chloe on the phone one day, her voice hushed. "He's changed, Leo. He's not like us anymore. He's one of them." The realization hit Marcus like a physical blow. He wasn't just successful, he was alienating them. The shared jokes felt forced, the B-movies irrelevant. They weren't just jealous of his money or his fame. They were jealous of the distance that success had created, the chasm between their lives that felt impossible to cross. He had everything he'd ever dreamed of, but the shared laughter and easy camaraderie of his oldest friendships were slowly, painfully slipping away.